Matt, what more do we know about these reported Thai hostages?
That's right. So what we know now is that of the over 200 hostages being held by Hamas, 22 of them, at least 22 of them, have been identified as Thai nationals. And so the head of a Thai delegation from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that was sent last week to Qatar returned to say that they had direct communication in negotiation with Hamas themselves, and they received some form of assurance that the Thais were being looked after and that they had not been killed. However, there has been no confirmation of their well-being so far, and the release of any hostages by Hamas so far has been very rare, limited to about 4 women, as reported earlier. And so, without the proof of this actually being true, the Thai Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin, has continued to urge other government leaders to include the Thais in their negotiation talks, including having a call with President Benjamin Netanyahu himself, making sure that he acknowledged that there are 22 Thais being held by Hamas and that they are remembered during the negotiation for the release of all hostages.
Now, Matt, there were actually some 30,000 Thais in Israel and the West Bank since the war started. About 8,000 of them, that's less than a third, have gone back to Thailand. Why have so many of them chosen to stay in the Middle East despite the war?
That's correct. So of the 30,000 Thais who were originally there, the 8,000 that did return, some of them returned by government repatriation and others of them returned at their own cost, which eventually they were said that they could be reimbursed for the cost of their own flight. However, there's a lot of speculation as to why the other almost 2/3 of those 30,000 Thai migrant workers are staying in Israel, but it's most likely that they're staying for the same reasons that they went there in the past, which is that working in the agriculture business in Israel for Thais is much more lucrative than it is here in Thailand. So there's been some ideas or some talk that Thais have been coerced by money. And on that note, the Thai government just increased the amount of money they are offering to Thais who will find their way home. Initially, it was 15,000 baht or $400, and now it's 50,000 baht, which is approximately 1,400 US dollars. And so that, along with other urges for Thais to continue to come home, are being seen in light of the stoppage or severe reduction of government repatriation flights as of yesterday. And so it just seems that the future is uncertain for repatriation, but for now, there's still a lot of Thais in the Middle East.
Okay, Matt, thanks for that. Matt Hunt there reporting for us from Bangkok.